All right, welcome to week 2 of Seffner Christian Crusader football. Tonight we have a matchup between your Seffner Christian Crusaders and the Masters Academy Patriots out of Orlando, Florida. We're going to start tonight off with a special interview. Mr. Falbush is going to interview the offensive coordinator for the Crusaders, Coach Jesus Soler.
All right, again, we'd like to welcome you to this week, and we're here with Coach Jesus, and he's the offensive coordinator. Coach, I was noticing last week that y'all use 7 different running backs. Is that going to be a normal for you all, or was it more of a something out of necessity last week?
It's a little bit out of necessity. I mean, we have a lot of guys going both ways. Marcus is going both ways, Nashawn is going both ways, Seth is going both ways. So we do need to sort of spread the ball around in terms of the rushing game, definitely.
And also last week, we did make look like we paid a special attention to the run game. And what do you contribute? Is it your offensive line, do you think, that is progressing as well as you want them to at this time? And I noticed last week that Nate had a lot of different runs behind him last week. So what about that?
Well, Nate is our big country. I mean, he's our big guy. That's the guy we want to run behind. But, I mean, we're a running team. That's what we do. We like to establish the run first and foremost, and then our passing game will work off that. But definitely want to establish the run. I mean, we want to be an 80-20 run team, definitely.
Well, and speaking of the passing game, last week it was very few passes that was completed. What did you all do this week to help in the passing game, or is it the fact you're going to use the running game to develop the passing game more?
Well, we needed to continue to work on our timing. The timing needed to improve. We do have 2 different quarterbacks, so all the receivers got to get used to 2 different arms, 2 different angles, 2 different speeds, and so it's going to take a little bit more time before they get in sync with the quarterback. So this week we definitely worked on a lot more of the timing.
All right, and this week, now that the game is getting ready to start, I know that you've not seen film on them this week, but so how are you adjusting to not really knowing what they're going to try to do on defense this week?
Well, a lot of the guys on our line are experienced, and we have experienced backfield, experienced offensive line, and so we should be prepared for everything. I mean, we talked about, 4 fronts, even fronts, odd fronts, what to do against different things. So the boys are prepared for anything that they throw at us, really. And, if we got to call timeout to make adjustments, we'll do so.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight, and thank you for your interview.
All right, thank you.
All right, tonight your Crusaders are coming off they're coming off a big win last week against Northside Christian out of St. Pete. Tonight, the Crusaders, we hope to see a lot of things from the offense. The defense came up really big for them last week. Big guys. Harrison Hammontree had an interception. Richie Kennedy had an interception. The line and the linebackers kept getting to the quarterback, so they're going to depend a lot on that, I'm sure, this week. And then on the offensive side, I know last week we saw a lot of mix between Joe Hagel and Skylar Clark. I'm sure we'll continue to see that, something to look forward to, and see how that's developed over the week. And then the running game especially. I know that there was a little bit of trouble at times last week getting the running game to where they wanted it to be. And I've been to a couple of practices, seen some of the stuff they're doing. I know they've been working on it, so we're excited to see what that's going to bring tonight. Also want to give you a heads up tonight. I want to give you the schedule for tonight, what we have going on. All right, I'll give you the schedule after we have our word of prayer and the national anthem is played by the SCA Pep Band. All right, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and give you a little preview of what we're going to be doing tonight. As you saw already, Coach Ballbush interviewed Coach Jesus Soler before the game, kind of get in an in-depth look at what our offense is doing tonight and last week. We're also going to have up here the band director, Mr. Larry Smith, talk to us about some things they're doing. At halftime, Coach Stu Weiss, the defensive coordinator, is going to be up here. We're going to be picking his brain on what the defense is doing. And then shortly after that, at the beginning of the third quarter, we're going to have Mr. Duncan come up and just talk to us. We're looking forward to that one. I'll be really good. He's going to talk to us about the James Project and a few just athletics in whole and the direction the school is going. So it should be great to get the head administrator's view on that. And then we also have some surprise interviews tonight that we can't share with you until they come. But I can tell you we've got 4 or 5 of them lined up. So a lot of interviews tonight. You don't have to listen to us all night long. But that wouldn't be a bad thing even if you did. Looks like the captains are about to take the field. Thought we might go ahead and note that Masters Academy has 15 players with them tonight. So kind of a rebuilding year for them. I want to take this time to go ahead and thank all you people who have sponsored Crusader Athletics by buying banners in the gym. Also want to remind you that if you want to do that, if you want to be a sponsor of either Crusader TV or Crusader Athletics, you need to contact 813-626-0001 and ask to speak to either Coach Holmes or Coach Weiss. And we're back. I want to go ahead and thank our sponsors, Sock Cop, Hillsborough Bank, and Embassy Suite Hotels. If you want to be sponsored again, you need to call 813-626-0001 and ask for Coach Holmes or Coach Weiss, and they can take care of that for you. All right, before we get started, I want to give you a little breakdown of the Masters Academy. We've already talked a lot about our guys tonight. I want to talk a little bit about them. Last year, it looks like they only played 3 games, and they lost all 3. They played Merritt Island Christian, lost 35-0. Northwest Christian lost 28-7, and Palmer Trinity and lost 44-0. So when you look at that and we look at their roster, they've only got 16, maybe 17. I see a couple of extra guys down there, guys on their team. So and a lot of them look like they're in 11th or 12th grade. Not a lot of youth under there. So it looks after this season they might be depleted of what talent they have. The starting lineup for the Masters Academy. Number 9, Jeff Stabe is the quarterback. Number 51, Noah Littleton is the center. Number 4, Zach Miller is the running back. Number 50, Daniel Forsyth is the offensive guard. Number 12, Danny Pinnell is a running back. Number 52, Jonathan Vendrias, offensive tackle. Number 22, Joel Flaming is a running back. Number 80, Michael Mayer, tight end. Number 53, Nathaniel Martinelli, offensive tackle. Number 81, Nicholas Pinnell, split end. And number 63, Zach Yanko, offensive guard. And that's the starting lineup for the Masters Academy Patriots. In a minute, we're going to give you the starting lineup for the Crusaders. As the captains take the field right now, the captains for the Crusaders, again, they're taking the field tonight, are Seth Lewis and Nate Smith. Both played huge roles in last week's victory. Going to go ahead and give you the starting lineup for your Crusaders tonight. At quarterback, number 15, Joe Hagel. At right tackle, Cameron Regan, number 50. At left tackle, number 53, Nate Smith. At tight end, number 90, Wyatt Brown. At center, Michael Browning, number 60. At wide receiver, number 4, Alex Chalora. At right guard, number 72, Andre Remy. Also at running back, number 30, Marcus Richardson. At tight end, number 88, Harrison Hammontree. Switching the number up this week. I like it. And then also wide receiver, number 40, Robbie Shell. Not Robbie Bell, as I like to call him last week. Robbie Shell. And then also at left guard, number 57, Caleb Goody. Crusaders are coached by head coach Steve Lewis. And the Masters Academy Patriots are coached by Dan Smith. All right, the Crusaders take the field for the kickoff.
All right, we have Robbie Shell and Benoit going back deep. Both are deep threats anytime they touch the ball. So we're getting ready to get it started. As Coach Jesus talked about, we look for the Crusaders to have a lot of success running and getting ready to put toe to leather and see what the Crusaders can do tonight.
Kicking it off for Masters Academy is Jeffrey Stabe, a senior. And the game is underway. Deshaun Benoit with the reception. Takes it up the middle. Plows through number 51, Noah Richard Littleton on the play.
All right, Joe Hagel comes out as quarterback. And last week they started out in the set that they call the Big I. And Coach Jesus talked earlier in the week about that is their most comfortable set. The players seem to enjoy it. And let's see, they do come out in Big I, 1st and 10 Crusaders.
Mike Browning at center. Joe Hagel hands off to, it looks like, Seth Lewis for a gain of, looks like 8 on the play. Crusaders running a no-huddle offense. Joe Hagel under center. Big I formation. Hands off Seth Lewis again. Takes up the left side. And is met by 3 Patriots.
Earlier this week, Coach Jesus and myself talked about the fact that a lot of teams are going to the no huddle offense, and he told me then that he would prefer to have a no huddle offense, and it looks like he's scripted the first 5 or 6 plays like that. So it looks like he's going to pound the rock. Seth Lewis again. They're averaging 8 to 9 yards a carry right now. First down, Crusaders. They've carried the ball 3 times, and they've moved the ball 30 yards. So
an encouraging start for the Crusaders. Joe Hagel under center again. There's a whistle on the play, dead ball. Looks like it's going to be a false start, number 57, Caleb Goody. It's going to knock the Crusaders back 5 yards. Going to bring up first down and 15. Joe Hagel under center again. Again, they're in the big I formation. Really taking advantage of this. We have another whistle on the play. We'll wait and see what that is.
Well, if you look at the field, the Crusaders have around 30 players, and Master shows up with 14. And I'm sure that factors into Coach Jesus' decision to play the up-tempo game. We knew from his interview that they was going to run the ball, and it looks like they have scripted their plays again, and they are just going right after him. So let's see how this plays.
Joe Hagel hands off to number 40, Robbie Shell this time. Around the right side, he gets around the Patriot defense. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 11 yards, first down Crusaders. It didn't see a lot of Robbie Shell last week at the running back position. Just another way the Crusaders are using more running backs to get their yards.
The Crusaders have already used 3 different running backs tonight, and the game is not even 2 minutes old. So, again, they're using all their weapons. Joe Hagel rolls out, and overthrew Wyatt Brown. Play action had 2 players really wide open, but due to some pressure, he didn't see them.
Nate Smith checks out of the game. And number 58, John Michael Bird, checks into the game. Joe Hagel runs out to the huddle to give the play. Yeah, Joe had a lot of pressure on that throw. I think if he had some more time, he would have been able to complete that one. They break the huddle. Seth Lewis, Robbie Shell, and Marcus Richardson in the backfield. It's handoff to Seth Lewis off the right side, off the right guard, and he bulldozes number 16. Or maybe number 12. 60. Okay, 60. Noah Richard Littleton. 25-yard line, first and 10 for the Crusaders. Again in the big eye. Staying true to it this drive. It's a fake handoff to Seth. Hands it to Robbie Shell. Probably a gain of 5 on the play.
Again, they're staying in their power running game and just pounding it right at them. To me, it looks like the Masters Academy is going to have a hard time stopping the running backs as they go through the whole game today. Again, Marcus Richardson, Seth Lewis, running behind that offensive line. I think it's going to be a long night for them.
Joe Hagel under center. Oh. All the Crusaders moved on that play except for 3. It's going to be a loss of 5 yards on the play. A repeat of second down. 2nd and 10 Crusaders. Joe Hagel still under center. It's going to be play. Option to the left to Marcus Richardson, who almost fumbles it. Keeps a hand on it, though. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play.
All right, now this is 3rd and 10, 3rd and 12 it looks like. Really the first time the Crusaders have had their back against the wall. In most cases, this would be a passing situation, but we'll see if they stick to the running game. I
don't think we'll see much variance on this drive. Skylar Clark in the game. in the shotgun. Was spoken a little too soon, just about 5 seconds. Skylar Clark in the shotgun, takes the snap. Takes it right up the middle for a gain of, looks like 12 on the play. Wow.
I talked with Skylar today, and we talked about the fact that he could be more dominant when he realized how impressive he could be out there. And they put him in. They needed 10 yards. He takes it right at him and gets them 12. So that's a good job on Skylar. They're keeping Skylar in at quarterback. Again, they run Joe and Skylar in. Joe managed well at the very first of the game, and now Skylar is down at in the red zone.
Skylar Clark in the shotgun again with Marcus Richardson to his right. Chalora, Nishan, Robbie Bell, and Harry Hammondtree out in the open. Skylar keeps it, runs it up the middle, can't be brought down. Running with some power. Going to be a gain of 2 on the play. Looks like Skylar Clark's checking out. Joe Hagel checking in. Nice little couple of runs there from Skylar. Definitely keeps the defense on their toes. Crusaders break the huddle. Joe Hagel in the shotgun with Marcus Richardson to his right. Looks like we'll probably see a throw here. Same 4 I just mentioned out. Joe fumbles the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run it to the left. And he's brought down probably a gain of 1 on the play. No, at the line of scrimmage, sorry.
You know, this has been an impressive drive, but they've had 2 penalties and 2 almost fumbles. They clean it up a little bit, and we might have already had a touchdown here.
It's going to be 3rd and 7. 3rd down and 7 for the Crusaders. Skylar Clark back in the shotgun. Chalora, Benoit, Bell, and Hammondtree out wide. It's a handoff to Robbie Shell. Takes to the right, but is met by a Patriot defender. We got a flag on the play. If the flag is against the Crusaders, yeah, there's a flag on the 10-yard line. We'll see what the call is on the play. It's going to be an illegal block called.
Again, we just talked about the fact that they have hurt themselves on this drive, and it looks like Masters is going to decline the penalty to make it 4th and 10. This is Dylan Snow. This will be the first attempt that he would get to kick that far, but we're not doing that. We brought Skylar back in as quarterback. He's going to see what he can do here. Now, a lot of people think this is a passing situation, but with Skylar and Marcus back there, you never know what can happen with it.
Clark in the shotgun. Spread offense. Rolls out to the left after he takes the snap. He throws it, and it's going to be picked off in the end zone by the Patriots. It looked like he was trying to get it to Alex Chalora, I believe, in the end zone, but was picked off. It was either him or Robbie Shell. I think it might have been Robbie Shell, but was picked off.
Okay, last week the Crusaders' defense really dominated, and so they let's see how they do. There is a water break time on the field.
Again, want to give a special thanks to our sponsors this year. Sock Cop, Hillsborough Bank, and Embassy Suites Hotels. Again, if you want to sponsor the Crusaders Athletics, you need to call 813-626-0001. And we're back from the water break. Patriots are going to take over at the 20 after the touchback. Be interesting to see what they do here with so few numbers. All right, looks like number 9, Jeffrey Stabe, senior, is going to be taking the ball in the shotgun with 2 people in the backfield by him. Crusaders showing blitz. Oh, fumble on the play, recovered by the Patriots. Recovered by number 4, Zachary Miller. A lot good pressure there by the Crusaders, regardless of the fumble. It's going to be 2nd down and 14 for Masters Academy. A lot of movement by the Crusaders, getting their positions, talking, communicating, or confusion. Shotgun taken by number 9. It was a lateral pass by the Patriots. Backwards lateral recovered by Robbie Shell. And taken to the house for a touchdown, but there is a flag on the play. A lot of flags here early on. I'll have to see and wait and see what this one is. Anxiously awaiting the call on the field. Illegal procedure on the Patriots. Crusaders decline the penalty and accept the touchdown. Dylan Snow on for his first kick of the night. Point after attempt, Skylar Clark to hold. Last week, Dylan was 4 for 4 from the point after attempts. See if he can make it 5 for 5 on the year. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, good kick, and it's good. Crusaders 7, Patriots 0. Well, it's good to see that our defense is on their toes there on that last play.
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion there, but that was a heads-up play, I believe. Was it Robbie Shell that scored that? Was able to pick that up and able to scramble in for the touchdown. And, again, in football, you take the points any way you can get them. And so that was big for us. Getting to play defense again. A lot of people think defense is going to be our strength this year, so we'll see. Now, this is different. Dylan Snow is actually kicking off this week. Last week, I don't think Dylan Snow kicked off, did he? Okay. Oh, Cameron Regan is the punter. So, all right, Dylan Snow is kicking off. And we talked a little bit this week. One of the coaches told me this week that there could be a couple of things a little surprising about our special teams this week. So we'll see if we do anything a little different.
Denny Pinnell and Zachary Miller are back for the Patriots to receive the kick. The kick is up by Dylan Snow. Bounces and is recovered by Danny Pinnell, who takes it right up the middle, is going left. Can't be brought down. Finally brought down by the Crusaders. There was a fumble on the play. They're saying it was caused by the ground, so there's no fumble on the play. Looks like the Patriots will take over from the 35-yard line. And with such a young roster, or not young roster, but not a very large roster for the Masters Academy, you can't really afford to take many morale hits like that backwards lateral. So you hope they can recover, or at least the coach hopes they can recover from that.
Yeah, football is a game of momentum, and that was definitely they had the momentum on their side by stopping us, and that's we'll see how they recover from that.
Zachary Stade back in the shotgun. The same play. They just had the backwards lateral on completed. Completed this time to number 12, Danny Pinnell. So it looks like they're only going to go to about 3 or maybe 4 players on offense.
Well, definitely the coach wants them to have a case of amnesia. Just goes right back to it. Now, we were told that this team, because they are small, They like to spread you out and pass a lot. And last year that was an Achilles heel of us as our defensive backfield. And they said, with Johnson and Benoit back there this year, so they might be a big difference.
Staving the shotgun, receives the pass. Backwards lateral again to number 4, recovered by Joe Hagel. Heads up play by Joe on the play.
Yeah, again, that's 2 big defensive plays that we've had. And, again, that all was because of the defensive pressure that our defense continues to put on the defense, on offense. And at quarterback is Joe Hagel. So
Joe back in on the play for the Crusaders. Lewis and Richardson in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff to Richardson. He takes it up, hits the left. Thought it was a hole and is met by 3 Patriot defenders.
Benoit has entered the game. It looks like the Masters has changed their defense up a little bit. They have looks like they are going to a 4-4 defense to maybe counteract a little bit of a running game. And we'll see what adjustments Crusaders made. 2-yard gain on the last carry. Here we go.
Hagel under center. Hands off to Benoit. Takes up the right side. Is met by another Patriot lineman. That time number 63, Zachary Yanko. Having a little trouble here on this drive getting the running game going. Hagel getting the play from Coach Solaire. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
This is definitely 4-down territory. It's too far out for Dillon to kick the field goal, too close for a punt. So they've got two more times to get the 1st down. So
same setup with Benoit and Lewis in the backfield. Hand off to Lewis right up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles and is brought down right at the 15-yard line. 1st down, Crusaders. Number 20 checks into the game, Cyril Borster. There's going to be a timeout by the Masters Academy. We're going to take a little break. Back in a couple minutes after the timeout. Again, I want to remind you, if you want to become a sponsor of Crusader TV and SCA Athletics, you need to call 813-626-0001 and ask to speak to Coach Holmes or Coach Weiss, and they'll help you get that set up. Also want to take this time to thank our current sponsors, Sock Cop, Hillsborough Bank, and Embassy Suites Hotels. We'll be right back. And we're back from the timeout. Joe Hagel under center. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders. Hands off to Nashawn Benoit. Goes with the left side. Looks like there's going to be a gain of 4 on the play. He's met by a couple of Masters Academy defenders. Met by number 50 and 51, Daniel Forsyth and Noah Littleton.
The Crusaders have dominated the first quarter, but with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left, they're only winning 7-0. So you would think they really need a score here to distance themselves a little bit.
Wyatt Brown in motion. Joe Hagel with the snap. It's going to be an option to the right. He keeps it and is hit by number 63, Zachary Yanko for the Masters Academy.
The Masters Academy has made the Crusaders really work for everything they have on this drive, and they've really toughened up against the run. it's going to be interesting to see if they can, withstand the pounding for 4 quarters it looks like they're going to take.
Crusaders break the huddle. Robbie Shell and Alex Chalora out wide. Nashawn Benoit in the backfield. Joe Hagel under center. Oh, it's a pass by Joe Hagel to Wyatt Brown. Cutting across the field, touchdown, Wyatt Brown. What a great play. Bringing Wyatt Brown in motion and then quick slant right across the middle. Great play by the Crusaders there. Sorry, got caught up with something up here. Dylan Snow on for his second PAT of the night. Skylar Clark on to hold. Snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it, too, is good.
14-0. We just talked about the fact they really needed to get a score that drive to there was a flag on the play. It looks like the Crusaders are going to be pushed back 5 yards. Dylan Snow has been kicking field goals, extra points really well. We'll see how he does with this. But we just talked about how they really needed that score to keep the momentum going, and they did. And so we'll see what they decide to do here. But it was very interesting. We talked to Coach Jesus before the game about how that they need to get the passing game going, and he said 80-20 run versus pass, but they really got it. That time they set them up well. They pounded and pounded and pounded, and then run the guy in motion, play action, and got him the touchdown. Dylan Snow kicks, and it is still good with plenty of leg left.
Yeah, that's good news. Yeah, taking back 5 yards and still put it right through the pipes. So technically tonight he's 3 for 3, just one of them doesn't count. Want to give a special thanks to our athletic sponsors, Sock Cop, Hillsborough Bank, and the Embassy Suites Hotels. All right, so that just goes to show, we had trouble getting our running game going. It just takes one play.
All right, the Crusaders are kicking off again. And so far the Crusaders have dominated. So Dylan Snow has saw a lot of action. 2 field goals, 2 kickoffs. This will be his 3rd kickoff.
All right, the Crusaders break the huddle here in a second for the kickoff. Quick run out. And the kick is up. Solid kick. Caught at the 10-yard line. Masters hits the gap on the right and is brought down by 6 SCA Crusader defenders, so I'm not going to try to name which one it was. That was the run by number 12, Danny Pinnell.
Crusaders back on defense. The 2 times they've been on the field, they've had 2 takeaways.
It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the 35-yard line. In a minute, we're going to have sophomore Allie Paramore come talk to us about the Crusader volleyball team, off to a hot start. I believe 2-0 this over the past week and a half. So great start for them and Coach Craig. The snap received by Stave, passes up, and Javon Johnson blocks the pass, gets a hand on it. Great job by Javon. Javon's a transfer in from Armwood High School this year, a sophomore. Good to see him contributing out there on defense. Crusaders break the huddle. Let's see what they're going to start with here. We see, Joe Hagel playing defensive end for us. Put a lot of pressure on the Patriots during their first drive or their second one, and caused the backwards lateral pass and then recovered it. Looks like there's going to be false start by the Patriots. It is false start by the Patriots. It's going to move them back 5 yards, and it's going to be 2nd down and 15. Crusaders break the huddle a little late, it looks like. Hammontree, Brown, and Smith at linebacker position for the Crusaders. Patriots in the shotgun as they've been all night. Low snap, caught by Sabe. A lot of pressure from Hagel, and he's sacked by number 30, Marcus Richardson, on the play. Marcus was not the only one there, but he's the one who got there first. I believe we had Remy, Saunders, and Hagel all in the backfield ready to take him down. A lot of pressure by the Crusaders early. As we wrap up this fourth quarter, at the quarter we're going to have, like I said, Allie Paramore, volleyball player for the Crusaders, talk with Coach Follish about their season thus far. They started off 2-0 and kind of the direction they're heading and things to get excited about for them. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. 3rd down, and looks like about 13 or 14 for the Patriots. Stabe takes the snap. Oh, never mind, he puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. Looks right. It's going to be a throw as he's hit by Saunders. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Great pressure by Saunders. Definitely caused Stabe to overthrow number 12, Pinnell. Crusaders really getting a lot of pressure on the Patriots tonight. Same thing we saw last week, so it doesn't surprise us. Coach Weiss really has them on lockdown. Definitely focused. You always like to see that, especially with high school players in any sport. One of the main things you struggle with is just keeping them focused on the things they need to do. Under the lights on Friday night, a lot of adrenaline going, motivation, and sometimes there's going to be a flag on the play. It looks like too many men on the field for the Patriots. Oh, illegal substitution for the Patriots. It's going to take them up, looks like another 5 yards. So we are now looking at 4th down and 18. Nashawn Benoit is back to receive the punt for the Crusaders. Little past midfield, about the Crusader 45-yard line. Maybe we can get a punt return here. Get some good position for the second quarter. Low snap, gets it off. Benoit's going to have plenty of time to return this. He gets it. Takes it left. Oh, goes back right. Jukes a couple defenders out, going up the middle. Going to the right. There's a flag on the play. Benoit takes it back to the 35. We'll wait and see what the flag is on the play. As the punt return team comes off the field. And that's the end of the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Crusaders 14, Patriots 0. Now we're going to go ahead and let Mr. Falbush interview a couple of girls from the volleyball team.
Okay, we are here with Allie Paramore, Kelly Cunningham. Kelly Cunningham is a junior, and Allie is a sophomore, and they're on the varsity volleyball team. This is the 3rd year for Kelly on the varsity team, 2nd year for Allie. The team is off to a 2-0 start. How do you feel like that you all are adjusting to this new year with a couple seniors graduating last year, another girl decided not to play? How are y'all adjusting to the new schedule and everything?
I feel like we're adjusting really well, and we've got a couple new players who have come and are helping us out, and I think it's going to be good.
Allie, you are battling a shoulder injury that was still left over from basketball, and I believe we're just trying to get you through a couple seasons here, sports seasons, to have the surgery. Now, how has that affected you in volleyball this year?
I try not to let it affect me a lot, but there's times where I have pain, but I just try to play through it and have good attitude and sportsmanship throughout the game.
I noticed on the schedule that y'all have a tournament next week at Bishop McGoughlin. Is that at Bishop McGoughlin next week? Keswick next week. And I see that you have several tournaments. Why do y'all think that y'all have more tournaments this year than last year?
I think last year we proved ourselves a little bit more, so our sports faculty thought that we should be in more tournaments so that we could prove ourselves even more than we did last year.
All right, again, the Lady Crusader volleyball team is 2-0, and we look forward to seeing what they will be doing in the future. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, for that interview. That was great. We're excited to see what the Crusader volleyball team does the rest of the year. Congratulations on a great start. And I missed the first play of the second quarter. That's my fault. I have no idea what happened. Looks like Seth Lewis on the carry. Looks like he went right up the middle for a gain of 5 on the play. Coming out in the big eye formation, the Crusaders with Joe Hengel under center. Hand off to Lewis again. He goes right with a block by Shell. Down the sideline, reaches. It's going to be close, but it looks like we got it's going to be just shy of a first down. So it's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Again, the Crusaders are still just running the ball. And if you notice, they're running, they're running inside, they're running outside. They're not really sticking with one thing. And, again, they're using multiple running backs. Last time they didn't use Seth and Marcus. They used Benoit. Now they went back to their big eye, and they've got their pounders back in.
Hagel takes the snap. Oh, almost a fumble. He's going to scramble to the left, up the middle, blocked by Shell. Definitely a first down for the Crusaders. Good improv by Joe there on the play. Looks like he gained about 4 yards on the play. Another first down, Crusaders. 1st and 10 for the Crusaders on the 37, on the Patriot 37-yard line. Skylar Clark in the game, under center. First time we're seeing that tonight. He's getting low to the ground out there. Whoa. Hand off to Marcus Richardson, takes it up the right side, but is met by number 63, Zachary Yanko on the play.
Clearly, Master Academy is outmanned. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're faster. We got more players. But I tell you what, I mean, we're beating them 14-0, but they're feisty. They're hanging in there pretty good.
Yeah, they're definitely not quitting, but with 16 people on your roster, you don't have much of a choice. Or 14, 15. Not a good start to the quarter for me. Clark breaks the huddle under center with Lewis and Richardson behind him. Brown in motion to the right side. Shell in motion. And the Crusaders didn't like the way things were looking. So there's going to be a timeout. Crusaders with 9 minutes and 40 seconds left in the half. Again, the score is 14-0 with Crusaders driving at the Patriot 35-yard line. I want to take this time to thank our sponsors, the Sock Cop, the Hillsborough Bank, and Embassy Suites Hotels. And again, if you want to be a sponsor of SCA Athletics, you need to call 813-626-0001. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back. Brown in motion again. Clark under center. Shell in motion with Richardson and Lewis in the backfield. Good snap by Browning. Is going to be a pitch to Marcus Richardson on the left side. He beats the defender on the left side, turns upfield, and looks like he's going to make it to about the 23-yard line. Great run. Really one of the first great runs we've had by Marcus tonight. Up here in the booth, we now have Mr. Smith, our band director. Mr. Paulwich is going to ask him a few questions.
All right, as the Crusaders get ready to snap the ball here, we're talk to Larry Smith. a lot of people didn't really understand when we started our football program how this was going to impact our whole school and how things was going to have to change. And Larry, I'm going to ask you this question, and as the Crusaders get ready here, how has starting the football team changed what you do as the band director?
Well, as the band director, having the pep band to play at the football games has really helped us to band together. No pun intended. But school spirit is so important, and music is so important in helping that school spirit. And so we are blessed to have talented musicians that we can come out on the home games and be able to raise the level of the spirit of our fans by playing some songs. We like to play songs that the audience will recognize and will enjoy. So we're just blessed to be able to be out here and be part of this athletics. It's great to see that sports and music can come together, whereas sometimes they may be in conflict, but we like to work together hand in hand.
The last play, Seth run it for 2 yards. It was past Pascaler to the end zone, right through the hands of Robbie Shell. Mr. Smith, how is your band made up this year? Have you got a lot of new members? And also, how does it affect you having football so close to the beginning of the year, school year? How do you get ready for football season? And if having new band members, does that affect everything?
We do have a lot of new band members, but what really helps is in the summer we have a band camp, and we had 31 that came out at the band camp, and we went over all of our pep band music during that time. So it kind of prepares them for the football season, since it does happen a couple of weeks into the school year. Right now we're in a transition period. Last year we kind of depended on one main drummer to play all of our pieces for us. This year we're trying to spread it out amongst all the drummers, and so it's kind of an eye-opening experience for our percussionists to have to play a little bit more than they did last year. But we're doing great.
Tyler Flat, reception brings up fourth down. Mr. Smith, every year y'all go on a band trip. What will y'all be doing for a band trip this year? And maybe, let the parents know maybe some fundraisers or something y'all be doing.
All right, every year in the spring, the band and the chorus come together, and we always do an out-of-state trip. This year we're going to do something a little special. We're going to do a performance trip this year instead of a festival trip. We'll actually be going to some places and performing for an audience, and we're looking at maybe the Gatlinburg area. And one of the good fundraisers is the Comedy Brulee. It's a great fundraiser. A lot of our students raise all their money for the trip through the Comedy Brulee, which will be in October.
Also, the band has been at school for 17 years. And one thing that I've noticed is the great thing I believe about our school is that no matter what a student's niche is, they can find it. And one thing I've noticed is the band has always had that niche for kids that enjoyed the music and everything. However, do you have any football players that's in band? And if so, is there a sense of pride in the band when that football player does well out there?
Actually, I'm glad you asked that question. We have 62 in our pep band, and 11 of those 62 are either football players or cheerleaders. And we're proud of them. We're glad they're out there, and we do root for them. We're very proud, even though they're not able to play with us. We're here hand in hand to raise the spirit, but also to cheer on those who are part of our band program who are on the football team.
All right, Mr. Smith, we do thank you for everything you do, and I believe it's about time for the halftime, and y'all usually do some good numbers for us at that time. Thank you very much.
All right, and we're back with the play-by-play. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Patriots from the 23-yard from their own 23-yard line. Big hold here for the Crusaders, because hopefully they can get a good position off a punt if they can't force a turnover here. 6.5 minutes left in the quarter. The snap to save, hands off to number 4, goes up the left side, and is going to get some good yardage on the play. Made a lot of contact with some Crusader defenders on it. Definitely earned every bit of that run. Number 12, Javon Johnson on the tackle. Been able to say Javon's name a few times tonight.
Yeah, the defense, again, is playing tough. It's a water break, 6:29 left in the second quarter. The Crusaders are winning 14-0, which is good. I do think that we are playing well, but I think that the Masters Academy are sticking in there, and hopefully our defense can stop them. We are going to take a break right now, and we'll be back in just a moment.
And we're back. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. It's going to be a quick snap, quick throw to number 12. Nice move on Robbie Shell, Cam Reagan. Oh, he was out of – anyways, I can't say that. No gain on the play. That's the end result. No, hold on. Looks like there's going to be a loss. Yeah, there's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 15.
Again, the defense is doing a very good job of gang tackling. Not one person is having to do it. And I also noticed this year they're doing a much better job of wrapping up, tackling with their shoulders, not with their head down. Now I see that Skylar Clark is playing defensive end right now, and so it'll be interesting to see that.
Skylar and Joe both in the game. Seth Lewis makes a lot of contact with the quarterback, pushes the quarterback back to the okay, it looks like they're going to give him forward progress at the line of scrimmage. No, another loss of 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 20 for the Patriots. This could be a big stop here for the Crusaders, get some good field position if they can get this hold here. Yeah, both quarterbacks, Skylar Clark and Joe Hagel, playing defense, right and left defensive end for the Crusaders the last 2 downs. And from what the coaches tell us, they're animals on the end right there. 3rd down and 20 for the Patriots. Stabe takes the snap. A lot of pressure from Marcus Richardson, gets the throw off and just gets rid of it. So it's going to be 4th and 20 at the 25 for the Pats.
Yeah, when Marcus Richardson lines up over the nose or in the gaps, he is so quick that this is his 2nd year doing it, and nobody can block him. He's just so quick, and he keeps pressure on them. Then you got Skylar and Joe and the defensive ends, and you have Nate and Goody at the and linebackers, and Johnson and Benoit at the defensive backs. I think the Crusaders' defense is going to be pretty tough this year.
Back to punt for the Patriots is going to be Daniel Forsythe. And back for the Crusaders to return the punt is going to be Nashawn Benoit. There's going to be a referee timeout on the play. Crusaders are going to take advantage of that. Skylar Clark had to tie his shoes. They went ahead and subbed Caleb Goody in for Marcus Richardson. Have one of our special interviews heading up to the booth right now as we speak. Should be here in a minute. The snap is up. Oh, Nate Smith made contact on the play. Harry Hammontree catches it in the air. Still fighting for yards. And is brought down by the Patriots at the Patriot 30-yard line. Yeah, Nate Smith, great effort on the play. Looked like a whole hand on it, and the ball just, kind of tipped it up, started spinning in the air, and Harry, right place, right time, ripped it down. And then with a lot of energy, got a few extra yards on the play. So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Patriot 30-yard line for the Crusaders. with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. Crusaders break the huddle with Joe Hagel under center in the Big I formation with Lewis, Bell, and Benoit. Hand off to Lewis up the right side. Just keeps training through. Going to be a pickup of looks like 12 or 13 on the play. Crusaders are running a no-huddle offense. Really making that offensive line work, getting up the field with the no-huddle. Mike Browning under center, ready to go in the Big I formation. Same three in the backfield with Hagel under center. Takes a snap. Lewis again, left side this time. Looks like he's going to pick up about 5 on the play. So with that, it's going to be 2nd down and 6 for the Crusaders from the 14-yard line. Sure would be nice to get a touchdown here, get some big cushion going into halftime, and really demoralize the Patriots for the beginning of the second half. Crusaders in the Big I formation again. Hagel under center. Same three in the backfield. Going with it while it's hot. Hagel takes a snap, hands off to Bell this time, the right side, blocked by Lewis. He gets on the outside. He's not going to be hit. Let the big dog eat. Robbie Shell into the end zone. Great block by Seth Lewis. Seth Lewis on the outside. Touchdown, Crusaders. Dylan Snow is coming on for the extra point. Skylar Clark to hold. Man, great effort by the punt return team. Nate Smith getting in there, getting a hand on the ball, and then Harry with the heads-up play to catch it and move it towards the end zone. And 3 or 4 plays later, Crusaders in the end zone. Good snap, good hold. Snow puts it up. Perfect on the season. Crusaders 21. Pats 0.
That is true. Dylan that is his 8th extra point of the season. He's 8-0. That's that could be a difference of a touchdown in a game. So that's good for him. Works hard. 3 minutes left in the quarter. The half. The Crusaders are up 21-0, starting to distance themselves a little bit. The Crusaders, there's pounding, and you're starting to see a little bit of fatigue setting in on the Masters Academy. Coach Lewis is out there talking to the kickoff team, just giving them some instructor. We do have a special interview now, and we'll let Sam turn that over.
Before the Crusaders take the field here, we have Brother Chris Rumfelt, pastor in Hayesville, North Carolina, down here. I believe you're down here for a party this week. Okay. Okay, surprise party, so we can't tell us who it is. Crusaders are going to kick off here. Dylan Snow with the kick. The kick is up. Fairly short kick. Good bounce for the Pats. Taking up the right side. No Crusaders. Oh, makes a couple of moves. Number 12, this is Pinnell. Still is not brought down to the Crusader 40-yard line is where he's going to take this return. So we hope the Crusaders can hold on to this before the half. All right, Chris, so you were a football player back in the day. Not too long ago.
Right. Yes, sir.
Where exactly, where did you play high school ball at?
Played high school at Hayesville High School. That is the far west region of the state of North Carolina, right on the Georgia line and 25 miles from the Tennessee line.
All right, so a Volunteer fan or a Bulldog fan?
Believe it or not, I am an Alabama Crimson Tide fan.
I knew you. I'm an Arkansas fan, man. I knew for some reason. It's just always without fail. Doesn't matter where they live, somebody's going to be an Alabama fan. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Patriots. We'll do that. Stape takes the snap, hands off to number 50, and is sacked, brought down by number 30, Marcus Richardson, playing out of his mind. All right, Chris, now you played some college ball. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I told you I was an Alabama fan. Actually, Gene Stalling sent me a a letter and invited me to walk on, and I wish I would have done that. I would have had a national championship ring, but I went on to play at Western Carolina University. Played with David Patton, 3-time Super Bowl champion, Willie Williams, Super Bowl champ, all pro, both of them, and Andrew Jordan as well.
Patriots, Stabe in the shotgun as he's been all night. Takes the snap, looks right down the middle, throws a bomb. Was looking for Pinnell again.
And so while I was at Western Carolina University, we were at practice one day, and I felt my heart racing. Got it checked out, and I was born with a rare form of a heart condition that's called WPW syndrome. And Len Bias, who was the basketball player at Maryland, he died of the same thing because he did cocaine. So thank God Satan didn't put that trap out there, and I didn't fall into that one. The doctor said I would have been a dead man.
Man, that's nuts. All right, Patriots in the shotgun again. Stabe, he's got one guy in the backfield behind him. Pinnell's in motion, and looks like there's going to be a flag before the snap. Waiting to see what that call is going to be. Looked like it could have gone either way. Referees are meeting to talk about it. Chris says it's going to be a false start. So since he does have some football background and I don't, we're going to go with him. It was illegal procedure on the Patriots. Good thing I didn't bet money on that one.
So anyway, they rushed me to the hospital, and after one study at Mission Memorial Hospital and then 3 surgeries at Mission in Atlanta, at Emory in Atlanta, Georgia, then they got it fixed. And after that, I came back, and because the NCAA rules had to get those lifted, and then I left Western because it became a liability. I went to Mars Hill College, which is Southern Baptist School.
Very cool. Oh, Patriots take the snap. It looks like there's a pile up on the play. Going to be a gain of 4. Maybe 5 yards by the Patriots. So it's going to be 3rd down and looks like 16 to get that first down.
So I lost a year of eligibility when I transferred down a division, and but that's where I finished up my collegiate play, was at Mars Hill College, and that's where the Lord began to do a deeper work in my life, and through the heart condition and through tearing my knee, even before that, God was speaking to me, and I kind of wonder a lot of times if I would have listened to him, I could have probably not gone through the terrible things and the battles that I faced.
Sure, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about from that point to where you're at now.
Well, the last year I had 1 year left of school because of transferring credits and everything didn't add up like the way that I would like for it to. I was left without football to turn to, and I'd been raised in church all my life. I was saved at a 9-year-old boy, and even knew I was called into the ministry at 9. But following after your own self desires and maybe those things that we desire to do is not always a good thing. But through football and the loss of it, I gained a deeper relationship with the Lord.
Absolutely, man. That's quite a testimony right here. It's going to be 4th down for the Patriots and 15, but they're on the Crusader 45, so they're going to go for it. 4-down territory with the time left on the clock. Deep ball thrown, tipped by Richie Kennedy, incomplete pass. We've got 1:49 left. The Crusaders going to take the ball on their own 45-yard line and try to get some points in the next 2 minutes of this half.
So anyway, in my last year of school, especially the last semester of school at Mars Hill College, my roommate and I rented a little house at the end of Athletic Street at the south end of the football stadium, and it was just a little rugged place. You could look through the wall and see snow on the ground. It was pretty rough, but God did a work there in my life. I just constantly read the Bible. I rededicated my life to him, and had the opportunity to lead 50 people to Christ right there in that little home my last semester of college.
Skylar Clark takes the snap. He's going to keep it. and looks like he's going to maybe have a loss of 1 on the play, maybe get back to the line of scrimmage. All right, so you led 50 people to the Lord in one semester at college. Then where'd that lead you?
Well, actually, that led me after that, and I graduated school. I came down to Seffner, and that's where there was just a closer relationship began to be made between myself, and I stayed with Brother Roger and Sister Diane for about 6 months, and worked for Ronald Duncan, and also I worked for Ron Weaver a while in the pump service, so got to get closer to a lot of the folks here at Seffner.
Absolutely. Skylar Clark does a deep bomb to Robbie Shell. Goes right through his hands. Throw was right on the money, and Robbie Shell just could not come up with it. Maybe he got lost in the lights or the wind. Pretty windy out here tonight. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for the Crusaders on their own 45-yard line. Trying to get something going here before halftime. Just under a minute before the half. Mike Brown to snap the ball. Skylar Clark in the shotgun. Marcus Richardson to his right. Crusaders have 4 out wide. Takes the snap. Looks right. He's going to throw right. Right through the hands of Alex Cholura on a quick slant. With that, it's going to bring up 4th down and 10 for the Crusaders. All right, so you were living with Brother Roger and Miss Diane, working for Brother Ronald. Then that's where we'll pick up.
Yeah, and so I worked with Ron Weaver a little bit and putting in wells and pump service. And from there, I just kind of traveled with Brother Roger when he would go to preach revivals and camp meetings. I traveled with him and sang with the Duncans some and played guitar with them, and just really became real involved in ministry, and the entire time still fighting that call from a 9-year-old boy of preaching the gospel.
Sure, I can imagine that's quite a burden when you know what you need to be doing. Cam Regan had a punt, took a Crusader bounce down to the Patriot 20-yard line. So the Patriots are going to have 43 seconds starting from their own 20-yard line to make something happen right here.
So traveling with him just really gave me a deeper hunger and a deeper thirst for the Word of God and for God's work in my life. And it was about a year after that I totally surrendered. That was in May 2nd, 1999. And I totally surrendered to the ministry of the Lord.
Peaceful day, I'm assuming, in your life?
Oh, it was like 1,000,000 pounds lifted out. I was actually, Sam, I was in the emergency lane in Lenore City, Tennessee, bumper-to-bumper traffic in front of Walmart. And I got out of that little Honda Accord, got down on my face in the pine straw in broad daylight and said, God, I'll do whatever you want me to do. I'll preach. And when I said I'll preach, the burden was gone. I began to rejoice, and I didn't care that everybody was wondering what this young guy's doing laying over on the ground. It didn't matter because I was becoming rooted and grounded in what God wanted me to do.
Absolutely. There's definitely peace in that. And believe it or not, when you came and preached a revival at Seffner, my sophomore year was my first year there. And you did I believe it was our fall revival. May have been our spring revival. You did one of our revivals. And I could have told you that story. That has stuck with me, just the fact that you got out of your car, got down on your knees. But I love to hear it from you again. Robbie Shell pushes Zachary Miller out of bounds on that play. It's going to stop the clock with 37 seconds left. It's going to be 2nd down for the Patriots. And it looks like it's going to be about 13 or it's going to be about 14 yards. 2nd down and 14. Stabe in the backfield to take the shotgun, or in the shotgun to take the snap. He's got one behind him. 4 wide, and I think we're going to have another illegal procedure by the Patriots, we hope. Yep, it is. Illegal procedure by the Patriots. All right, so you finally accepted the call the Lord had for your life, and then what happened?
Well, it was a short time after that I went and preached at Truett Baptist Camp. Truett Baptist Camp was having a youth camp, and went over there and preached, and God began to bless right off. There was 25 souls coming to know Christ in one meeting at that camp. You know, several juniors and teenagers, and then from there on, I took my first church. Of course, I communicated with Brother Roger and asked him what I needed to do, and he said, "Well, you might ought to take the church. It might be a good thing." I was single at the time, and so I took the first church, and that was at Beaver Creek in Andrews, North Carolina. It was about 35 miles from my hometown in Hayesville, and God bless there. We built a couple of times, and membership really flourished. The Lord really blessed there, and then it was time to leave. I was planning on coming back to Seffner and helping Brother Roger and Brother Hoy and Brother Will and all the ministry going on here. And my wife, of course, I became married, and my wife, she's a school teacher, and just seemed like a really good fit. So that was our plans, but in between, in transition, we went to Hayesville, and I told my great uncles, Paul and Leonard Mayfield, that I would help them for a few months before moving, and we went there, and the church just began to grow, and there was a revival fire, for lack of a better term, that has gone on for the last 6 years, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute.
Good deal. Patriots deep pass, knocked away by Nashawn Benoit. Richie Kennedy was also there on the play. Actually, I have 4 Crusaders there ready to make the play, and Goody and Hagel both. Hagel getting a lot of minutes playing both ways tonight, just about 100% of the time.
Third long for the Patriots.
Let's get this one real quick. It's going to be third down and long looks like about 3rd and 19 for the Patriots. See what they do here. Stave in the shotgun. Pennell in motion. Seth Lewis busted right through the line, but just missed Pennell. But Nate Smith gets him and drags him to the ground hard with 20 seconds left on the play. Crusaders going to call time. It looks like they're going to try to stop the clock and get some points here before half with 20 seconds left. All right, Chris, so you went back to Hayesville, talk with your great uncle.
Yeah, and I said that I would help them out for a few months, and in doing so, the church just went on fire for the Lord. And in October of that year, Brother Roger had been coming there for 30 years preaching revival, and I talked to him that week, and I said, I don't know what to do now. I said, look at what's going on. He said, well, just pray. And he said, selfishly, I'd like for you to come here, but he said, you need to follow the Lord on this because good things are going on. I fasted and prayed 3 days and walked up on the mountain. And by doing that, God gave me liberty to be able to take the church in Hayesville. And that was not my desire. My desire was to be at Seffner. But we have to crucify the flesh in Galatians 2:20 and did that. And God has really blessed. I can't even begin to explain how much. Webster don't have words.
Well, we're gonna after this play, we're gonna talk about your church and your school and your ministry up there. There's the punt. Nashawn Benoit slips. He's gonna fall on the ball at the 40-yard line. So the Crusaders will start the clock with 11 seconds at the 40-yard line. See if we can't make something happen there. All right, yeah, and as somebody who's been, I've been to your church. I've heard you speak. Been to I think it was your fall revival to hear Hoy talk, and as I've only been there one time, but from what they tell me, from what it was to where it's at now, God has really blessed in both the size and also just the heart and the love for Jesus.
Yes, sir. That's what it's about. It's about our love for the Lord and seeing souls saved. That's my heart's desire in anything I do. I want to see someone birthed into the kingdom of the Lord, and of course our people have that same desire. And we've saw several hundred. In 6 years, I would say at least 700, 800 souls come to know Christ.
It's amazing. We're going to finish out this half right here, 11 seconds. Skylar Clark in the game under center with Lewis and Richardson in the backfield. Ben Gonzalez is in motion. Play action. Takes it to the right. Walker Clark throws it over Gonzalez's head with 4 seconds left in the half. It's going to be second down and 10.
With 4 seconds left on the clock.
Gotcha. 4 seconds left. Ball is on the Crusader 40-yard line. Gonzalez and flat lined up outside. Clark under center with Lewis and Richardson in the backfield. And we're back to action. Clark's under center, takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Lateral pass to Harry Hammontree, who's got Nate Smith in front of him. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. Oh, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line, just shy. Great effort there, though, by the Crusaders, 30-yard pickup. All right, Chris, you've seen the Crusader football team from the first game up until now. Just give us some of your thoughts about where they're at.
Well, I tell you what, the team really looks like that they blend well together. Speed's picked up. And one thing that I see a whole lot different is the intensity of the play. The first game that I seen them play of Seffner's football sport, they didn't have that tenacity, but starting to see a little bit of that in the play, and the coaching staff seems to be real polished. They know what they're doing, call good plays. When they see a weakness in the defense, they attack that, and that's how you get success. And the game's all about blocking and tackling. If you can block and tackle, you're going to be all right.
There you go, man. I wouldn't know because I never played it down in my life. I would have been hurt day one. That's just how it went with me. But anyways, guys, that was Chris Rumfeld. Chris, thanks for being up here with us and talking with us some. We've got now we've got the defensive coordinator for the Crusaders going here and talk to us a little bit at halftime. Coach Weiss.
Yes, sir.
Quite a half. At the half, it's 21-0. Masters had a lot of trouble doing much of anything this half.
Yeah, I think they're making a lot more mistakes. We have made a few plays, but we got to get better. They've been shooting themselves. They've been shooting themselves in the foot, which has helped us quite a bit, giving us some turnovers deep in their territory. But we've got to get more pressure out there, and we've got to be able to cover better than we have.
Sure, but you got to give a lot of credit to your line and your linebackers for putting pressure on the quarterback and getting back there. I'm thinking of one specifically with Joe, when Joe broke through the line and there was that backwards lateral pass that was dropped, and then he fell right on it. You know, I'm sure it's great to see, you know, when you got your quarterback and your leader getting on the ground doing that. But just especially not that we didn't think they were going to do it, but big things have been happening from your defense.
Yeah, we've been trying to play it safe tonight. We know that they like to play a lot of trick plays, a lot of reverses, a lot of halfback passes, things like that. So we've been playing kind of conservative, letting our line try to make the plays for us, and hopefully it'll cost them, you know, with some sort of mistake, which we've had the advantage of in the first half. We had a couple turnovers, but we still got to play better. We really haven't put the pressure on them yet like I'd like to see. Our guys are significantly larger than they are inside, and we've got to be able to exert our will on them.
Sure, so we're about a month into when practice starts. Is that correct? Yes. All right, so from day one to where we're at now at halftime of the second game, what's the mentality been specifically from the defense? You know, what was your goal and your attitude from the beginning versus where you're at now?
Well, our attitude is we want to punish the opponent. We want to punish them, not dirty, but we want to punish them fairly. We want to make them have to work for every inch and every yard they get. And I think we're getting there. A month in, we're getting there, but we still have a lot of improvement to do. You know, we're getting where we want to be. We've got the players we need. We just got to get them doing what we want them to do. And we got some more schemes for them in the second half. I think you'll see a lot more out of the defense in the second half that you haven't seen in the first half. And hopefully we'll come up with a couple more scores. My goal is to outscore the offense. So right now, I think we're up 1 and they have 2. So we got to do one more at least.
There you go. That's a good goal to have right there. If that's happening, then you're gonna be winning ball games. Now, has there been any surprises from your defense? Any players that have stepped up that you didn't expect to, or guys that you thought were going to lead but have exceeded your expectations as far as their leadership role?
Well, Nate has always been a great leader this year. He was a good leader last year, but he's really accepted the role this year. And he coaches up the team for us out there on the field. He was the one that blocked the punt down here. He's just a solid tackler. He's our leading tackler. Marcus tonight has really stepped up. Marcus Richardson has stepped up on the line. We moved him to backup this year strictly because we wanted him to be able to run the ball more on offense and not use all of his energy on defense. But he's dominated when he's been in there. He's been in the backfield creating havoc. I think he has 2 sacks in the backfield already tonight. He's really stepped up big. And, of course, our ends, between Wyatt, Joe Hagel, and Skylar, we dominate the ends. People have a hard time getting outside us, and that's what's causing a lot of the havoc tonight. So, but I think overall we're doing well as a team.
Oh, I don't think anybody can doubt that. Okay. All right, you, Coach Weiss, are also the teacher and the head of the TV productions class and program at Seffner, just implemented this year. I want you to tell us a little bit about Crusader TV, the sponsorships we have going on, and just some things that will get some people maybe excited for what you're doing with that.
Well, what we decided to do is we wanted to expand the athletic program, and not just on the field, but to the fans and to the parents and to all the people that attend there as well. And so what we've done is this year we've gone out and we've actually contracted with Play On Sports, which allows us to have the software, the live streaming. It gives us a facility to give some online games, give people a look that can't make it to the game maybe, some people who are relatives that are far off, people that are home that maybe have little children can't make it. We want all the SCA to be involved in all of our sports. We want this to be a family. So what we've done is we have a TV class this year, and they're here working. I've got Logan and Megan and Michaela. They're my crew here tonight. They're operating all the video, all the displays. I got Logan here producing for us tonight, and I just think it offers so much to the fans and to the students and to the parents that you don't get at other schools. I mean, you're lucky if you even have a website at most schools. And what we want to do is we want to move into the 21st century with media, with websites, with everything that you can have access to with modern technology. And we're not just doing that in the classrooms, but we're trying to do that on the sports field as well. And that's where we've moved with this Play On Sports through Crusaders TV. And we'll be covering volleyball games, all the home games for basketball, women and men's. Of course, we know we have a Final Four quality girls team. We have a very good up-and-coming basketball team in men's. So we want to give our fans and our students and our families the best opportunity to have everything at their fingertips.
Absolutely. Well, there you have it, guys. Coach, thanks for being with us. Really appreciate your time, and go get them second half. All right, well, there we have it, all the way from defensive tenacity on the field to how we're bringing you this media here tonight. That was Coach Stu Weiss. All right, again, we want to special thanks to our sponsors, the Sock Cop, the Hillsborough Bank, Embassy Suite Hotels. And if you want to become a sponsor like those three of SCA Athletics, you need to call 813-626-0001. Do it today. Halftime score, Crusaders 21, Masters Academy 0. We got 12 minutes left at halftime. When we come back, we're going to have the principal, head administrator, Mr. Roger Duncan, up here with us, asking a few questions about the school. Should be a great interview. We're looking forward to it. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, we are back with 48 seconds left at halftime. Crusaders are winning 21-0. Again, they've dominated on every aspect of the in the game, and got 21 points to show for it. We'll see how the Crusaders come out. Looking at Masters Academy on the other side as they walk to over to the corner of the field to talk about the first half. The players kind of look a little bit dejected, but coming in with 14 players, losing 21-0 in halftime is not bad. They had 15 players, I was just told by my faithful assistant here in my ear. But, we're getting ready to start the second half. And I do believe it'll be the Crusaders kicking off to Masters Academy. The Crusaders have run the ball very well so far with Seth Lewis, Marcus Richardson, Skylar Clark. I will also tell you that I think that Joe Hagel has looked very steady at quarterback. So we'll see. They actually had the clock wrong. It will actually be 3 minutes till the tip-off. So we will be back. We're going to take a break at this time, and we'll be back in just a moment.
All right, and we're back. With us right now, as I said earlier, we have the principal, Mr. Roger Duncan, up here with us. Coach, as I call him. So, Coach, what do you think so far of these first 1.5 games this season?
Well, I think the guys are still kind of trying to get some chemistry. Obviously, some of our guys from last year, like Nate Smith, he's stepping up. You can tell he's being a leader. Seth Lewis. And, at the same time, I think we're trying to get some of these guys that are having to play spots they didn't play last year more accustomed, like Cam Regan. He's learning how to play on the line. But overall, I think our defense has been really strong. Very tough front seven. Offense, I think they're still trying to kind of find their groove on, who's going to do what, whether it be getting Skylar acclimated to what they're doing and, being able to throw the ball a little bit. Wyatt Brown had an awesome catch on that one touchdown play. And so, and I really like Nashawn, how he looks, especially back there returning punts. He's going to be a good ball player for us.
Yeah, Nashawn, he's just solid built all the way around. Crusaders take the field. Dylan Snow's going to have the kickoff. Why don't you go ahead and talk to us a little bit about the James Project?
Well, the James Project, something the Lord laid on our heart last year. God's really blessing our school. Was from an enrollment perspective. This year we got over 680 kids, which is the most we ever had, but we still got a good number on the waiting list, especially in our middle school. And what's a little bit sad about it is we've had kids that have been at the school for years that didn't get in because of the numbers and the desire for people to be there. So we're thankful for the growth, but we really need a new building. We need more classrooms so we don't have to turn people away that have been there for years. But to take that, we're just praying that God will send the funds to us that we need, and the amount we're praying for is $5 million.
All right, there we have it. Dylan Snow's lining up for the kickoff. 2 Patriots back for the return. Kick is up. Good punt. Caught at the 12-yard line by Pennell. Cuts left, cuts back right. He's going to be met by 5 or 6 Crusaders. Want to make special note that Wyatt Brown is down on the bench, not starting this half. Mr. Duncan's telling me he thinks it's just a stinger in the right shoulder possibly. So we got somebody going down there to check on that right now. Patriots are going to be in the shotgun like they've been all night. Okay. What's his name? Number 9, Stave in the shotgun. Before in motion, hands off to number 4. Got a couple of blockers, and he's met by number 40, Robbie Shell, in the backfield. Going to be a loss. Looks like 6, maybe 4. 4 yards on the play. All right, so we talked a little about the James Project, which is something exciting we have going on. We also have this new Crusader TV that Coach Weiss in his TV productions class, from an administration standpoint, and you're talking about enrollment, things that the school is trying to accomplish. How big is this, do you think, to our athletic department?
Well, I don't know if it's just strictly athletic department, but really what we were talking about, it does have to do with improvement of our school, was we wanted to have more elective classes. And so one of the classes is this TV production class. But I do think as far as the live stream, that's something in this day and age that a lot of schools that are our size and we compete against are doing. So obviously we got to do our best to be doing the same things they're doing. But it's nice especially like for alumni who've gone out of state to college. They can look and watch the games. I think it's exciting for our own players and their parents to watch the game whenever they want at night. So anything that's going to be an improvement and be another service for our parents and our families is something to be excited about. But I think the most excitement for me is it's another elective at our class that's, allowing some kids maybe to find their niche in what they're going to do for the rest of their lives.
Absolutely. As the Patriots go take it under center. Sorry, and then the shotgun. Stave in the shotgun again. It's been confirmed that Wyatt Brown has a stomach virus. Stave takes the snap. Seth Lewis and Nate Smith on the tackle. Oh, yeah, but they said Wyatt Brown was just feeling a little woozy, so he's going to take some time off. All right, let's get back to the football program. And obviously you were a big part in bringing that to the school, as you have been with all the athletic programs. But, obviously I know football was always a big deal, especially in Florida. Every school that, if you don't have football, you're kind of a step behind all the rest. So I know that was a really big deal. From day one, where we've come the first year to where we're at now. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think every year we've taken another step. The first year just to get it going. The second year, last year, we had our first winning season. Now this year we've joined a conference. So that's what's exciting to me is every year we seem to be taking another step. Some things we did over the summer with Coach Solaire being our strength coach, to me was another step. But I think the next step we'll take, which we've already made plans to do in the fourth year, is we'll add the middle school football team, which starts in the spring. So, that's the key to the program, is for us to be seeing improvement each year. And obviously our middle school program will increase the numbers. But it's like I was talking to Heath before the game. Now we're going to have a kid that, say, starts playing football for us in 6th grade that plays quarterback 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, so he doesn't step on the varsity field and have no idea what he's doing at that position. So that's exciting for me too.
Absolutely, that's huge. Crusaders get the ball at the 35-yard line. Joe Hengel under center with Lewis and Richardson in the backfield. It's a handoff to Richardson. He takes it right, hops over one Patriots defender, gets around the curve, comes off it hard, gets down to, looks like about the Crusader 40. I think the ref's calling it the 49-yard line. Great run by number 30, Marcus Richardson. All right, let's talk a little bit about some of the help that Coach Lewis has brought on in the past couple of years as far as coaching goes. You've got, he's had Coach Weiss from the beginning. He had his son. He's had Coach Saunders from the beginning, Coach Browning from the beginning, and then he's brought on coaches like Coach Bishop and Coach Solaire. And I believe that's who they brought on in the past couple of years. So what do you, you just talked about Coach Solaire and the weight training program in the off season. What are some other contributions you think that, especially who they brought on, bring to the table?
Well, I think what's crucial this year is they're not just coaching, but the Lord allowed for us to get Coach Solaire and Coach Bishop on staff at school, and already they've had a great connection with our kids. They're both very, very passionate, driven. Coach Solaire from a football standpoint, excellent X's and O's, and Coach Bishop from a training standpoint. And so I think that's even more crucial than just coaching, the fact that they're on school every day or on campus every day, teaching these kids, getting closer to these kids. That's been huge, I think, improvement in our football staff.
Absolutely, building those relationships. Joe Hagel with the pitch to Deshaun. On the wing, Benoit takes it around the corner. It's going to be close for Crusader first down. It's a flag on the play as well. Yeah, but both, in fact, all the coaches, but especially we're talking about Coach Soler and Coach Bishop, very unselfish people. Today, I even had, some of the basketball players in the weight room after school, and right before the football team's going to leave, I had them on the Vertimax machine, and Coach Bishop was in there teaching technique. So you can tell they're very passionate, about what they're doing. Looks like the refs are meeting on what the call is exactly. All right, while we're waiting on the refs to call this penalty, we're going to go let Mr. Duncan tell us about another exciting thing we have coming to the school in the spring of 2013.
Yeah, I just want to mention on April 11, 2013, we're really excited that Coach Bobby Bowden is going to be coming to speak for us. We're having a fundraising banquet, and really the purpose of it is to get people in the community that have never been to on our campus or maybe not even know about our school. We're going to try to get them on campus.
Seth Lewis carries it up the middle, can't be brought down. Breaks 5, maybe 6 tackles all the way from about the 49-yard line down to, looks like, the 15. Quite a run.
Our goal is to get some people in the community that have never been on campus to hear Coach Bowden speak. Obviously, there's a lot of Florida State alumni and booster clubs in this area. So we're really excited about that, and we're looking for sponsorships, significant corporate sponsorships, businesses. So we're going to be giving more information about that, but that's something we're really excited about for the spring.
Absolutely, as you should be. Seth Lewis up the middle again, runs over a Patriot defender into the end zone for 6. Well-deserved touchdown for Seth Lewis. All right, Dylan Snow on for the extra point. Man, Seth Lewis carried us all the way from the 49 to the end zone. 49 well-earned, breaking through about 8 or 9, looked like Patriot defenders on both those plays. Snow on for the extra point. Wyatt Brown checks into the game. Good to see Wyatt back on the field. The snap, good hold. Snow, perfect on the year. Continues the streak. So with that score, Crusaders 28, Patriots 0. And with that, we're going to take a couple of minute break here. Let you know about our sponsors. If you want to be a sponsor for the SCA Athletics, you need to call 813-626-0001. And want to go ahead and thank the sponsors we have now: Sock Cop, the Hillsborough Bank, and Embassy Suites Hotels. We'll be right back.
All right, the Crusaders will be getting ready to kick off. Dylan Snow will be putting toe to leather with 7:42 left in the third quarter. Crusaders have stretched out their lead to 28-0. We are going to be having a okay, and
all right. So after that thundering 2 runs by Seth Lewis, Crusaders take a 28-0 commanding lead over the Patriots. And we set up for the kickoff. Pennell and Miller back for the Patriots. Pennell takes the kick. Stephen Hall almost tackles him. And then we're going to have 5 or 6 Crusaders in on the tackle. All right, in a couple of minutes, we're going to have Pastor Heath Ferguson down doing the school's fall revival this year. Is going to do a short interview with us with Mr. Fallbush. So when we're waiting on that, we're going to keep giving you the play-by-play. Crusaders really come out strong here in the second half. Looks like we've got both, again, Joe Hagel and Skylar Clark in the game. Joe's really been getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback tonight. Coach Weiss has told me before that, Joe's one of his most ferocious. Joe drops back to the linebacker position. Skylar's got an edge on the wall. Oh, it's a complete pass to number 12, Pinnell. Gets outside of Harry Hammondtree. Robbie Shell catches him down, runs him down, and tackles him. Looks like we have a player down on the play for the Patriots. It's going to be a dead ball while we check on this injury. Good hustle by Robbie Shell to catch up. Caleb Goody checking out of the game. Looks like we're going to have an injury timeout. All right, so when we come back from this injury timeout, we'll have Mr. Fallbush and Brother Heath here for an interview. Again, if you want to be a sponsor of SCA Athletics, you need to call 813-626-0001. We'll be right back.
All right, Crusaders, we're back. Defense still looking strong. Masters has stayed, tried to get their passing game going. Crusaders looking strong on defense, however. It's getting deep in the game, and you look them getting a little, Masters Academy getting a little tired this time. Interception by Benoit, and he is going to be gone. They're not going to, I don't know. They caught Benoit on the 10-yard line. We are now joined up here on the, we'll call it the booth, with Heath Ferguson. He is from Southeastern Bible College, soon to be a pastor in Texas, moving there. Heath Ferguson played football in Texas. Heath, I was thinking today about, I just recently read an article talking about the great states with high school football. They talk about California, Florida, Pennsylvania, and Texas being the top four. And I heard you talking in chapel about you playing in high school. What do you see the difference is in Texas football for what you saw here tonight?
Well, the biggest thing that you see that's a difference is that old statement they make about the state of Texas is true. Everything's bigger in Texas. And the high school that I attended had almost 4,000 students, and we had 6 football teams in our high school. And so your level of play tends to be a little bit better on the higher end on the varsity team because these guys have played some smaller ball all the way up and learned to play and learn the system, and they've been involved. They know the plays. They know the defense. And it's just a lot of players. The team across the way from us has 15 players. We had 68 players that just played varsity football. And a couple years they suited up 80 or more just to play varsity ball. So you're talking about a lot of bigger, little bigger scale, little bigger stadiums. But football's football. Still 100 yards long, still 50 yards wide, and still 22 guys pounding it out there on the gridiron.
In chapel, you talked about how that you played quarterback, And we got Joe Hagel coming off the field right now to get in a play. Never played quarterback in his life. As a matter of fact, he didn't play football until 2 years ago and just played defensive lineman. They moved him to quarterback. We've got Skylar Clark come in as quarterback now. What do you see that they're very? What do you see that they're very good at, and what do you see that they could even improve on?
Both those guys, Joe and Skylar, both have great attitudes, and they're willing to work hard. And one thing that I've noticed just in being with them in practice Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday is they're teachable. And that's probably the best thing that you can be when you're a young man and you're working on playing quarterback, is to be a teachable young man. And both of those guys have been able to do that. And Skylar's got a good arm. Big kid, 6'4", 6'5", 205 pounds, big kid. And got a lot of ability there, can shake him off. Joe, he's always kind of keeping his guys up a little bit. It's kind of cool that both those guys play quarterback and defensive end. And so they get to play a little bit of both sides of the ball. Very physically gifted kids, tall kids. And they're growing and maturing as quarterbacks, kind of getting an understanding of the game. I've seen them just this week a little bit, grow a little bit. What impressed me the most about those guys is they stayed after practice by themselves on Thursday, got a few of the receivers together, and just threw pass route after pass route after pass route for 20 or more minutes with just the receivers. And you get kids that work hard like that, and it's going to turn out good for you by the end of the season.
Today in chapel you were talking about different things that you used to do in football. And, what these kids, they're out here playing, and sometimes they forget of how special it is to be part of a team. What is some things that you remember that you learned in football that you apply in your life and in your ministry that you have today, the things that you have got from your football, maybe your football coaches or just the game itself?
Well, success never comes easy. If you do well on the football field, it's because you do well in practice. And one of the statements that came out of my days of playing ball was people would always say practice makes perfect, but that's not a true statement. Perfect practice makes perfect, and it takes hard work to be good. Losing is very easy to do. Winning is very difficult to do, and what you've got to do is get a group of men on a team that will work hard together, that will play hard together, that will get together when the coaches are not around and do the extra things. If you want to be great, then you have to work in a great way. And that's one of those things that's always stuck with me. Always enjoyed being part of a team, always enjoyed winning, never enjoyed losing. The thrill of victory was never as great to me as the agony of defeat hurt my heart. And we just tried to work hard every single day to make that happen. And these guys, one day they'll look back and realize winning did not come easy, that it's something they had to work at every day. And their coaches expect perfection for a reason, because they've got to be perfect if they want to win a lot of football games.
You've been very successful, at least what we have noticed, very successful at your position in North Carolina at the Southeastern Bible College. But as we said, you're going to be changing a little bit. God has led you to pastor a church, to start a church actually in Texas. And, a lot of our SCA family and friends will be listening to this and watching this. And, the kids love you. And even some kids at school has expressed how that they want to be part of this ministry. So take this time to just tell a little bit about what God has laid in your heart to do and what you're expecting God to do, and maybe even how that people can even help in this transition.
Wow, I really appreciate the opportunity just to get to share what God is allowing us to do. The Free Will Baptist Home Mission Board there in the state of Texas has 3 acres of property just north of Houston, Texas, and it's already paid for, and they want somebody to come in and do something with it. We do not have a building, but we do have land that we already own. It just happens to be in the fastest growing neighborhood and community, in the fastest growing suburb of the 4th fastest growing city in the nation of Houston, Texas. And so they're looking at about 500,000 people moving in just to that area in the next 4 years. And so we're excited that God has given us the opportunity to go. We prayed about it, felt like that's exactly what God would have for us to do. And there's no doubt about it. People have been so kind to us. The students here at SCA have been so kind to us, prayed for us. One young lady called me after chapel today, and she asked me if she could just pray with me and pray for me. And so we just prayed right there. And I appreciate the heart of these young people just thinking of us. And in a time when it's really all about them. She's a senior in school. It's all about her. She took a time out to pray for me and for our ministry. And I'm so thankful for the heart of these young people. And I know that doesn't come on its own. They've been led by some really great Christian people, either parents or staff here at Seffner Christian. And I'm excited about the opportunity to be able to do that. And if folks want to help out, they can go to our website, woodforestchurch.com. And Wood Forest is the name of the neighborhood that we're building our ministry in. And just north of Houston, Texas, you can find out about the area and sign up for our newsletter. Again, that's woodforestchurch.com. And you can support us on a monthly basis by sending money to the national offices there in Nashville, Tennessee. You can also find that on our website as well. But we're just excited to get there. Our goal is to get there in January. And we've had 2 services so far leading up to the time for us to go and raise and support. And God has been so good to us during that time. And we've got about 30 more to go before January comes. And pray for us if you would. That's the number one thing we're going to ask people to do is just please pray for us, because without God, there's no way that we could even get this ministry started. So we're excited about it. We're excited. There's people already there that are waiting for us to show up, Christians that are already there, and they're going to come to our church. They're already committed to help us. It's called the North Houston Project, and we're just excited about the opportunity that God has given us to do something great. And we just want to see God do something that I've never seen before in my life, and that's start a mission church and start it from nothing. And God's been good to us.
All right, a minute ago the Crusaders did score, made it 35-0. We do appreciate what Heath has done for us this week at school, letting God lead him in our revival and coming up and sharing. And like I said, he's invested in the kids' life this week. Went out to football practice, and as Crusaders are putting pressure again, again, we're staying in the backfield tonight. But anyway, Heath, we do thank you for everything that you've done. Anything that we can do, we'd be glad to do it for you. Again, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for having me tonight, and we're so excited about this school and about your program. And I do want to say that Seffner Christian Academy, it is my favorite Christian school to preach at all over the country. We go to them everywhere from California to Florida and everywhere in between. And this is my favorite place to be. The spirit is so great. The kids are so great. And thank you so much for allowing us to be here this week.
Again, thanks to Heath. It'll be 4th down, punting situation for Masters Academy. 4th and 14. Back deep is Robbie Shell. Robbie Shell is back deep. Bad snap, picks it up. Bad kick. Touches the Crusader. It's going to be a fumble, and it is going to be recovered by – there was a lot of miscues on that one, and I don't even know where to start. Bad snap, bad punt, bad catch, bad fumble recovery. However, we got it.
So not all bad. It's going to be Crusader ball, 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, from the Crusader 40-yard line. Crusader's going to try to take advantage of this. This miscue by the Masters Academy. I want to go ahead and clear up. Beginning of the broadcast, I said this is the Masters Academy from Orlando. They're from Vero Beach. We got 2 schools mixed up, so I want to go ahead and clear that up. I got confused with the team we played last year. Clark in the shotgun takes the snap. Looks left, throws left. Got Nashawn Benoit for the reception. It's going to be 1st down. Pickup of 11 or 12 on the play. 1st down. Crusaders take the ball. 1st and 10 Crusaders on the 29-yard line. Clark in the shotgun, and Richardson to his right. Four out. Looks left, throws left. Chalura on the quick slant. Going to be complete for a gain of, looks like 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4. I believe that's Chalura's first reception of the night. I was thinking maybe the season, but definitely the night. Clark under center. Sorry, not under center. Clark in the shotgun. 4 wide with Richardson to his right. There's a snap to Clark. He looks, man, almost caught. Quick slant by Ben Gonzalez, almost complete right through his hands. Clark back into the game. Looks like they're trying to get Clark maybe some extra reps here. Going with the 4-out shotgun. Looks like we got Gonzalez flat. I can't see on the far end. It's a long ways away. Clark's going to keep it. Keeps out the shotgun. Stiff arms one. Stays on his feet. Breaks a tackle and is brought down at the 16, 17-yard line. It's going to be a first down for your SCA Crusaders. Going to be a referee timeout on the play. Looks like we have another injured Patriot. Want to take this time to thank our current sponsors. Sock Cop, the Hillsborough Bank, and Embassy Suites Hotels of Tampa. And if you want to become a sponsor of SCA Athletics, please call 813-626-0001 and sign up today. All right, Crusaders come out of the timeout, or the injury timeout, referee timeout to be official. And Clark in the shotgun. Clark takes the snap, looks left, throws left. Oh, just short on Tyler Flatt. Oh, would have been a catch, possibly a touchdown. All right, incomplete. That's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Crusaders. 1:15 left in the third quarter. Incomplete pass, stop the clock. Clark stays in the huddle. Gonzalez flat. Benoit and Chalura go out wide. Richardson to his right. Clark makes the count. Gets the snap. Good snap. Looks right. Throws right. Oh, right through Chalura's hands. Perfectly pat. Maybe a little behind Chalura. Maybe over his back shoulder. A little bit. Still very catchable ball. Would have been a touchdown. Right through two defenders. Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Crusaders.
It's again, Crusaders. They've dropped a couple passes, but I do think the quarterbacks are doing very well at putting the ball where they need to be caught, and that was a lot better than they did last week. So we definitely have seen an improvement in the quarterback aspect now, and I'm sure the coaches will work very diligently this week on the receiving part of it. So it is 3rd and 10. Schuyler in at quarterback. Clark goes back, throws, knocked down by number 22 for Masters Academy. Stephen Hall. Oh, Joe Fleming. Stephen Hall, if he knocked it down, he had been in trouble. He's for us.
Good knockdown by Flaming. Clark back into the game. Clark back in. We have Chalura, Benoit, Flat, and Shell. Shell in motion, wide out positions. Richardson rolls out behind. Clark drops. He's going to keep it. Gets a good block by Marcus. Richardson fumbles the ball, rolls out of bounds. Luckily, but it will not be enough for the first down. Had he held on to it, it would have been close had he held on to it, but just was not able to do it. Looks like Nate Smith's going to check into the game. We're going to get a field goal. Just kidding. That was 4th down. So it's going to be turnover on downs. Our defense checking into the game. Really good to see Wyatt Brown. You know, he's been in probably half of this quarter. He's recovering, hopefully, from the stomach virus that he had. Yeah, they're telling me that he's had it all week. And if you know Wyatt, you never really know that he had a stomach virus, just the way he carries himself, just one of those kind of guys. And I did not know until I got here tonight that at halftime that he had a stomach virus. Tough kid. All right, so the Crusaders are going to try to pin the Patriots down. They're deep in their own territory from the turnover on downs on the 10-yard line. Fake handoff by Stabe. He looks to throw. Oh, he's hit by Remy just as he gets it away. And it's a complete pass, tackled by Stephen Hall at the 6-yard line. So a loss of 4 on the play. Great job by the Crusader defense. Good job by Stephen.
Again, the Crusader defense has been solid all night long. You saw pressure in the backfield by Andre Remy, which now wants to be called bodacious. He made sure that we knew that today, that he wants to be called bodacious. And that is the only time I ever referred to Andre Remy as bodacious, but we did.
Second down from the 6-yard line for the Patriots. Crusaders rush 5. Quick throw. Oh, almost intercepted by number 25, Zach Smith. I don't think that was Zach Smith, I'm being told, but there's been a lot of number changes this week, so I apologize if I've said a wrong name. So it's going to be 3rd down and 13 for the Patriots. Got 8 seconds left in this period, or in this quarter. Looks like the Patriots are going to try to play it a little bit safe. Snap goes through the quarterback's legs. He picks it up, turns, he throws it. A lot of pressure. It's going to be, right through the hands of Javon Johnson and number 25, possibly Zach Smith. And with that, there's a lot of heat on that play. To me, it looked like most of the defensive line busted through. The Patriots' offensive line put a lot of pressure on the quarterback as he turned around recovering the fumbled snap. Nice to see. And that's going to be the end of the quarter. So at the end of the third, your SCA Crusaders 35, Masters Academy Patriots 0. I want to take this time to thank our sponsors. Greatly appreciate y'all's contribution to the SCA Athletics. If you want to become a Crusader TV sponsor, contact the SCA Athletic Department at 813-626-0001. And our current sponsors, a huge thank you, the Sock Hop, the Hillsborough Bank, and the Embassy Suites Hotels. So as we get ready to start the fourth quarter, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. And we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Having to watch out. Cheerleaders are throwing, it looks like, a lot of candy coming up. Coach Goss just ran behind us and into the press box. All right, so we start the fourth quarter. It's going to be 4th down for the Pats. Quick punt. What? Quick punt. Yeah, caught by Javon Johnson. He's going to try to get around him. Stiff arms one. Gets around the corner. He's going to have to get past one more if he gets to the end zone. Javon Johnson takes it to the house. Number 12. There's going to be a late penalty on the play. I believe that's going to be either a late hit or some kind of illegal hit by Nate Smith. So you hate to see the penalty, especially from a senior, but at the end of the day, great job by Javon. Way to get around the corner and into the end zone. All right, so it looks like before we take maybe a short break for the injury timeout, the flag, I believe that the touchdown is going to be called back because of the block in the back by Nate Smith. Since it was before Javon entered the end zone, it's going to be probably where the penalty happened. So it looks to me like the ball is going to be placed on the goal line. Sorry, it's going to be first and goal. Looks like from the 2, maybe the 3-yard line. Hate to see that for Javon, but great effort on the punt return with a short kick by the Patriots. Going to take a short break, a little injury timeout. No, just kidding. We're not taking a break. Sorry. They made a quick substitution. The hurt player got off the field. So we're going to keep rolling with it. Thanks for bearing with us. The Crusaders are set up on first down in field goal formation, and Dylan Snow kicks it up, and it is good. Looks like they're probably doing that just to keep the score down, I'm assuming. So with that field goal, no. All right, I have the final result. This is my fault. The touchdown by Javon was good. That was the point after attempt by Dylan Snow. So the score now is 42-0. I promise I am not inept when it comes to football completely. I may be close. Thanks for bearing with me. All right, so with 11 minutes and 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter, your Crusaders 42, the Patriots 0. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. The penalty is going to be enforced on the Crusaders on the kickoff. The kick is up by Dylan Snow. Kicks it on the ground. Squib kick by Dylan Snow. Received by number 80. Takes it up the right side. And tripped by Nishan Benoit at the 47, Crusader 47-yard line. So a squib kick that results in Patriot good field position. All right, have a lot of substitutions coming in and out right now. A lot going on. I do see Dylan Snow in to play. I believe that's definitely Dylan in the game. It looks like he's playing cornerback for us. Stephen Hall running off the field. Hopefully can get off before the snap. And it's going to be an illegal substitution by the Crusaders, I believe. And the clock is going to continue to run. I believe there's a mercy rule. So the clock will continue to run for the next 10 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So with that penalty, the ball is going to be moved up 5 yards. So it's going to be 1st and 5 for the Patriots at the 43-yard line. Stabe takes the snap, gets her on the outside, chased down by Remy. and Dylan Snow, and forced out of bounds by number 12, Javon Johnson. Sure has been nice to say his name a lot this time. Making plays happen. That's going to be first down for the Patriots. Great effort by the defense, but not quite enough to keep them from getting the first down. A lot of positive for the Crusaders to take away from tonight's game. In about 3.5 to 5 minutes, we're going to have ex-Seffner Christian Academy football player Tanner Richardson is going to join us up here for a quick interview. Logan wants me to say star. Longtime friend of Tanner. He's always been a star in my mind since he was a wee little lad. Snap, caught by Stave. It's going to be an option. He fakes it, then he gives it to him. It's going to be a hit. Oh, but he held on to it. Good, solid hit by number 15, Joe Hagel.
Defense has, again, played solid tonight. A lot of pressure. I think that Joe Hagel and Schuyler's look very good at defensive end.
It's going to be second and long for the Patriots. It's about second and 18 for the Patriots. Staving the shotgun with Pinnell to his left. Looks like there was some movement. Flags coming from every angle on the play, so they definitely saw something. We saw it from up here. Going to be a legal procedure on the Patriots. So the Patriots, that they've done all night, continue to shoot themselves in the foot with penalties. A drive that was down to the 35-yard line is now back to the 49. Second and 24 for the Patriots. Snap to save. He fakes the handoff, throws to Pinnell, drop pass. A lot of contact made by number 37, Christian Becker. Great pressure by Christian, right spot. Way to be there. There's not even a 31 on the roster. Stephen Dweck checking into the game. Javon Johnson still in the game at safety. Made some big plays back there for us tonight. Special teams and on defense. Stay back in the shotgun. Gives the count. And that's going to be another illegal procedure by the Masters Academy. Man. Really self-inflicted penalties tonight. So it's going to be 3rd and 28. Very conceivable distance here. Stave gets it, launches it up in the air. I believe that was maybe tip. Oh, no, it's caught by number 12, Pinnell. Makes a couple of moves. Is going to be brought down about 6 yards short of the 25-yard line, which was where the first down marker was at.
All right, it's going to be 4th and 5. There is the water break mandatory time. So at this time, we are going to take a break, and we will be back to finish this game up in just a moment.
Have some fantastic news for us, everybody. I have convinced Tanner Richardson and his BFF, Jake Sullivan, not my first cousin, to come up here to interview for us the last 6.5 minutes of this game. Not for all 6.5. I don't think we could stand them for that long. We're going to let them say a couple of things as alumni. Stave gets in the shotgun, gets the pass, throws it up, and intercepted. There's a flag on the play. Is that I believe that's Richie Kennedy taking it to the house. But there's going to be a flag on the play. We'll see if it's coming back or not. Penalty is going to be on Nate Smith again.
Looks like it's going to go against the Crusaders to bring the ball back, but it was an exciting run by number 45, Richie Kennedy.
All right, got some tempers flaring, getting pumped up here at the Crusaders. It really has been a pleasure having Mr. Smith and his pep band here tonight. You heard from Mr. Smith earlier in the game back in the first quarter. I know he's got a lot of exciting things happening in the band program. Ref has dropped his flag on the field and doesn't even realize it. That wouldn't be good for next play. I'm glad we got that taken care of. All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Crusaders from the 25. But was a great interception and an even better run by Richie Kennedy. Skylar Clark takes the snap, has Ben Gonzalez wide open, and just leads him a little too far for an incomplete pass. Want to invite you guys, if you're in the area, if you can make it, the Crusaders next week are going to be playing at Bishop McLaughlin Catholic High School in Spring Hill, Florida. Talked with Coach Weiss and Coach Soler earlier today in passing about next week's game, and they both were telling me that Bishop McLaughlin has a strong team, has a very veteran team. But they said they have 17 upperclassmen on a 40 or 44-man roster. So should be a pretty evenly matched game. Pretty excited about it. Clark in the shotgun for the Crusaders. 2nd down and 10. Clark takes it, drops. He's going to scramble. Had some pressure, looking deep. Has Tyler Flat wide open in the middle. Oh, and he bobbles it, and it's picked off by number 63. Zach Yanko, who's going to take it all the way back down the left side to the 22. Taken down by Joe Hagel. All right, looks like I promised Jake and Tanner, but it looks like we're just going to have Jake Sullivan here with us, who, yes, is my youngest first cousin. I want everybody out there to know that. Jake is my cousin. That had nothing to do with why I pulled him up here, though. After this play, we're going to start talking to Jake. Stave in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, play action, looks right. Got a man, overthrows him. Joe Hagel dropped from the line. And almost Joe Hagel with a great drop in defense there on number 80 on the offense. All right, Jake, so first game back since you graduated.
It's looking pretty good. It's looking a bunch of guys stepping up. Caleb, Nate, Harrison, all filling in pretty good in the middle. New quarterback, I think his name's Skyler. Pretty good arm. I like it.
All right, I'm going to get back to Jake here in a second so we can get this play. Stave takes the shotgun, takes the snap, bobbles the snap, gets up, he's scrambling. He's going to be hit by Harry Hammondtree behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like it's going to be a loss of about 3. All right, Jake, so it's your first game back. So what are you seeing here that either surprised you or that you've liked so far tonight?
The biggest thing is just looking at guys that didn't really get a lot of playing time last year, but with losing a bunch of seniors, they're really filling in and doing actually a really good job.
And you've got to have that. You got to have that on a team, and we've seen that especially here tonight as the Crusaders are just taking advantage of their size. Has it taken advantage of Masters Academy's size? Stave in the shotgun again, takes the snap, good catch, looking deep, throws it up, and it's incomplete. Nashawn Benoit on the coverage. Richie Kennedy there also diving. Got 30 seconds left in the game. Again, want to take this time to give a special shout out to the sponsors that we have this year. The Sock Cop, the Hillsborough Bank, and Embassy Suites Hotels. All right, we're back with the action. Saving the shotgun again. Looks like this will be the final play. If they get it off, they're going to get it off. One last play. Save takes it. Looks left, looks right, throws right, and it's caught by number 12, Pinnell, for a big gain, first down, but with not enough time left. The clock's ring 0 all around. Nashawn Benoit on the tackle. All right, so that's another one in the books for the Crusaders, starting off to a solid 2-0 for the 2012 football season. A lot of highlights tonight. Had a lot of interviews. Got to talk to a lot of people. Coach Fallbush says thanks. He's out. Go Volunteers. The rest of us here are pulling for the Wolf. I'm just kidding. We're not. We're pulling for – I'm an SEC fan, so I'm pulling for the Volunteers. Back to Crusaders. Great game for the Crusaders. A lot of positives to take away. A lot of young guys stepping up. Got some opportunity to play some guys maybe in some spots that they normally don't get to play. But there's no way around it. This just was a blowout. 42-0 for SCA. 2-0. As the players shake the hands, you can see the excitement. And really, I'm looking in the back of the line. I see a lot of this youth we have coming up, guys that we'll be seeing the next 3, maybe 4 years, bringing some stuff to the table and helping with the Crusaders. Well, I hope you enjoyed our production tonight. Want to again thank our staff tonight: Michaela Harrison, Megan Stiefert, and my man Logan Hampton producing the show over here. Big help. Couldn't do it without these 3. Mr. Fallbush pieced out ahead of time, but thanks a lot for coming. As you see the players looking to meet for prayer in the middle. This is Sam Moore. We'll see you next week at Bishop McLaughlin Catholic School in Spring Hill, Florida. We'd love to see you out, but if you can't, we'll look to that you'll hear for us next week. All right, thanks. Y'all have a great weekend. Happy Labor Day.